Good morning, ladies and gents. My name is Termination, and welcome back to Let's Draw, the second episode we've ever done. So, I asked for suggestions on DeviantArt again, but the only thing I actually got was from Red Scamie again, and Red Scamie asked to do a random drawing generator. But at that point, I waited a couple more days, and there were no more suggestions, so I figured maybe today I'll just draw something I've been thinking about drawing for maybe a month now. I've been thinking about drawing a specific thing for a month. I've got a sketch right here so we can get it done faster. So we're gonna start right here. Ah, yeah. Now, most of you guys might not know what I'm drawing here. Most of you guys might not know what I am drawing. You might have seen it. You might have already seen the thumbnail, because the thumbnail will probably have the finished thing in there. But most of you will probably be like, "What the heck is this? I don't know what this is." Well, you probably shouldn't know, because it's something from a long time ago. Something from a long time ago. Everybody, if your grandma's in the house, go check them out and show them the thumbnail of this video and ask them if they recognize it. If they recognize it, probably the name too. The name will probably give them a good idea of what I'm drawing. And let me know what your grandma or grandpa thinks. Let me know what they think. Okay, so boop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop. I'll give you a couple minutes to try to figure out what it is for you and your grandparents to figure out. A couple minutes. Only a couple. I'm not giving you like the world here. Only a couple. No. I forgot to bring my reference in here. I mean, I have my sketch, but there's a lot more to the sketch that needs to be here. Nope, don't do that. And this just needs to be lower. There we go. Woo. And also, this episode I'm using a different screen capture software, because the one that I used for the previous episode doesn't work anymore for desktop capturing ever since I updated to Windows 10. Windows 10 is weird. Windows 10 it's not that weird. Like, honestly, I think people often exaggerate a little bit, just a little bit. I haven't had very much bad experiences with it, except that it kind of moves a little bit slower at first. It did at first, but it kind of started going faster as time went on. But anyway, Windows 10. Buy it for your kids. Hashtag not sponsored. It's got to have big, muscly arms for doing things. Gotta. Wouldn't it be amazing if it just so happened that the song that's playing in the background actually is matching up with when I started singing? That would be amazing. Marv, you might have to just make it that way. Just for funs. I need that reference in here bad. Hang on! Go get my reference. I'll be right back. Don't worry about a thing, guys. Okay, so we got kind of part 1 sketched out. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a clue by singing a little song. Okay? Are you ready? Ready? Just sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailor man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. I'm drawing something Gilligan's Island related. Yay, Gilligan's Island, you say? What is that? It's a TV show that was filmed in the 60s. And it was amazing. It's one of the best shows I've watched. I love it. I love it to bits. anyone's like me, you're probably and you don't know what Gilligan's Island is, you're probably might be looking it up already. That's something I do when I'm watching videos. You're probably looking it up right now. Gilligan's Island. Well, this here is the Skipper. The Skipper is amazing. I love the Skipper. Gilligan's Island has now become one of my favorite overall TV shows because it's actually really good. I mean, like, there's spots where it can get predictable in that it's slapstick comedy, and it's one of those TV shows that has kind of a continuity to it. Like, you can look at an episode of SpongeBob and you can kill off someone in an episode of SpongeBob, but the thing is, it doesn't have a continuity, because the next episode, that person can be alive and well. But, Gilligan's Island only has somewhat of a continuity to it. You can pretty much start on any episode and be fine. You wouldn't have to know what's going on in any of the other episodes, and you'd be absolutely fine. You'd be dandy. You'd be dandy Andy. Anyone else here? Have they watched Gilligan's Island? And if not, if you haven't seen Gilligan's Island, do you have any really cool TV shows that you're watching right now? Is there anything cool that you're watching right now? Leave a comment to see what are you doing? What are you watching? Do you have any awesome TV shows or movies that you're watching right now? That looks. Have any cool things you're watching right now? Anything cool like that might be like Gilligan's Island? No, now my drawing reference is covered. Let's go ahead and let's have a thing here. Let's see how this rope is gonna look. This is a rope, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is a rope. He's pulling a rope. We need to make it look as good as it can possibly be. As good as it can possibly be. We need it to be straight. It has to be straight. So it goes in one hand. There we go. This is how we do the things in the drawing world, with the sketches and such, and all of the fancy do's. Drawing a rope, drawing a rope, drawing a rope for the Pope. Not for the Pope. Pope probably wouldn't care. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. Okay, we got a pretty nice skipper going on here. Now, guess whose time it is? Guess what time it is, guys? It's time for Gilligan. We gotta draw Gilligan, guys. Gilligan's up, and he's ready to roll. Let's get him in there. He's ready to party too. Gilligans are always ready to party. I've always loved the relationship, like watching the relationship between the Skipper and Gilligan. In the show, for those who don't know, Gilligan is kind of like, he's the main character, but he's also the comic relief at the same time. Like the guy who's always screwing up and such. But Gilligan and Skipper, their relationship is as first mate and captain. Skipper is the captain of the ship that ends up wrecking, and they end up stranded on the island together. All seven people. The Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, and the professor and Marianne. Yeah, all 7 of them. They all get stranded on there. But Gilligan's the screw up. Like every time they're like getting ready to be rescued, they've got a plan. The professor comes up with a plan, or Skipper comes up with a plan. Anybody comes up with a plan. Gilligan somehow screws it up at the very end, and then nobody is rescued. They go 3 seasons without getting rescued. And I've actually watched the entire thing. Oh, is that a spoiler that they don't get rescued? But I think they do get rescued eventually, but they like had one of those comeback things, like a Firefly type of thing where they made it. Firefly had 1 season, and then they didn't have any more. They didn't have any more seasons, but so many people loved it that they wanted a comeback. So they made a movie called Serenity. They made Serenity, and everybody loved Serenity, and it was a good comeback. It finished up the story, and was beautiful. I watched it myself. Haven't actually watched all of Firefly though, but Gilligan's Island also had a comeback. They had a comeback, and I think several years later. And it was. I haven't watched it yet. I'm looking forward to it. I think we have it on. We ordered it to come over here, but can't exactly remember. He's really skinny guy. That's why I love him. I love this skinny little guy. He's super skinny, like me. Except I've actually been gaining weight, which I'm supposed to. I've been having to gain weight for the past 10 years. But never been able to do it correctly. Because I have issues with things. I have to make the best of things, it's a uphill climb. The first mate and his skipper too will do their very best to make the others comfortable in this tropic island mess. Hey, you guys want to hear a secret? This episode almost got delayed. This episode almost got delayed with a thing that is going to be amazing. I swear it on my left kneecap. I swear it on my left kneecap that it was going to be delayed by a video or a group of videos. Shh, super secret at this point. That is, well, I'm excited about it. I don't know about you guys. You guys might see it when I release it, and I'll be like, yeah, and you guys are gonna be like, what's this? But this video almost got delayed by one of those, by a cool thing that I'm really excited about, and you should be excited about it too. I hope you guys get excited about it as I am excited about it when it finally gets done, because this thing has been in the making. Or, I guess it hasn't been in the making because we haven't made it. We haven't even gotten close to making it yet. But it's going to be exciting. It's really exciting for me. Sometimes I take a look at my art and I'm like, what am I doing? I think I'm having one of those moments where like I think something doesn't look good, but it may look fine. And I never know what to do about that. I'm like, it looks good, but it also doesn't look good. What am I supposed to do? Don't know how he got to be like this. All we know, is he's just like this now. Ah, for frick's sake, I hate it when I do that. When I accidentally put the line art on the draft layer, the layer underneath. When I accidentally do that, why do I always do that? It's so stupid. The computer should stop me from doing that. Silly computer. Thought you're supposed to be my friend. Give me warnings next time that happens. It's about that time, guys. About that time when I get super sweaty for no reason. Because of the lamp that I have to illuminate my face. For all of you people. It becomes hot. And then I start to burn. And then I die. And then it's sad, not happy fun times for everybody. Can't really tell if I'm trying to be lazy now. The way I'm doing this. I don't know. It might just be because of my time constraint that I'm trying to just get it done, I guess. It's these episodes are really weird because a lot of time I'm thinking, oh yeah, I can definitely get this done, like so that I can color it in for the people, but I don't think it's ever going to be able to happen unless I'm doing something relatively simple. I remember for the test episode that I did a long time ago. A long time before I even did the first real episode. Like, I did that episode, and it was fast enough that I was able to color everything in. I colored everything in the test episode, but the problem was I didn't hit record during that episode. Something that I'm slowly starting to learn that is really important to do when you're recording a video. I don't know what they're pulling, but they're pulling something. I don't know why they're using rope. I just realized that they might not have very much access. I know I think they have rope. I think there's a couple episodes where they have rope. I can't remember. They usually use vines in the later episodes because I guess they run out of rope or something. I don't know. But they have rope today. Okay. I went through that entire thing without saving. I went through that entire thing. How did I do that? Nobody look. Nobody look at my directories. Don't look at them. Don't. Marv, skip ahead. We have an image. We have the start of an image, so I'm gonna keep it zoomed out right there. So Marv, I'm gonna finish this. I know exactly what I want to do with it. I know exactly what I want to do with it. But go ahead and fade in that finished product. Bam! Look at that. Wow, isn't that amazing? And as always, it will be linked in the description. The link to the finished image on the DeviantArt. This is all for now. I've been recording for an hour. Hopefully it's been condensed to at least 20 minutes or less. I'm trusting you on this, Marv. But thank you guys so much for watching. When we return, we'll be drawing more stuff to explode rainbows out your brains. So I'll see you guys then. Good night. Nothing is complete without flower. I don't know why I just like defaulted, just was like, okay, screw the dress, I'm coming up here. But we're drawing a flower now. It's gonna be even more beautiful than before, Nick. By the time I'm done with you, you're gonna be smiling.